I just want to make one thing perfectly clear before I start this review. I had absolutely no idea that I had a second pair of testicles until they dropped about halfway through this movie. I know! Who knew? Mad Max Fury Road stars Tom Hardy, Charlize Theron, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, and Nicholas Hoult, and is co-written and directed by George Miller, the man who originated the Mad Max character and directed all 3 original Mad Max films. This is of course the 4th film following Mad Max, The Road Warrior, and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and is the first one to not feature Mel Gibson as the title character. Now, I like the other 3 Mad Max movies. They're great films with fun characters, smart storylines, and some of the best world building ever captured on film. But I have to be honest, I wasn't really looking forward to this film at all. It's so common these days to revive old franchises for future installments that it's starting to borderline on cliche. Don't get me wrong, in some cases it does work out, but in many other cases, it doesn't. I don't care if they're PG-13, Live Free or Die Hard and Terminator Salvation still kick fucking ass. Just like I don't care if they're rated R, A Good Day to Die Hard and Terminator 3 are still god-fucking awful. And do I even need to say anything about Indy 4? Okay, granted, Temple of Doom sucked too, but at least that movie has a fucking identity. So case in point, I wasn't really excited, especially knowing that Mel Gibson wasn't going to be playing the title role anymore. My friends, for years now, the action genre has suffered. Absolutely suffered. There are still some good action films out there, but for the most part, action films have been reduced to shaky cam, nauseating, badly cut, badly shot, horribly choreographed, my god, why did I pay money to see this bullshit? The Resident Evil films, Alex Cross, Age of Extinction, The Mortal Instruments, Safe House, Green Lantern, Doom, Alone in the fucking Dark. Sorry. Look, case in point. Most action films were in a hot, dense state, then George Miller came along and told us all to wait. There's no need to be concerned, Mad Maxie would return, all the enemies would burn to a crisp, they'd burn their asses off. Blood, guts, and violence, say fuck you to science, all kicking ass on Fury Road. Yeah, I can't sing. I'm truly, deeply sorry for subjecting you all to that, but my god, this movie was the tits! Words cannot describe how awesome, how inventive, just how fucking perfect this movie was. From start to finish, there was not a damn thing wrong with this movie, and I'm just gonna call it now, it's the best in the series. The absolute best. This movie makes The Road Warrior its little bitch. It also makes Age of Ultron its little bitch, but that's really not a hard task to accomplish. The film sees Max haunted by visions of the people that he couldn't save, as he's literally thrown into a battle between a warlord and a female warrior who's trying to liberate a group of women who are primarily slaves for breeding. The warlord goes by the name of Immortan Joe, and is played by Hugh Keys-Byrne, who portrayed the villainous toe cutter in the original Mad Max. Bringing him back to play the villain here was a very nice touch, even if they are 2 completely different characters, and it works perfectly because you never actually see Immortan Joe's face. And just like in the original Mad Max, this guy's villain is not only memorable, but shit your pants insane. Tom Hardy becomes a perfect replacement for Mel Gibson as, well, he does kind of resemble a younger Mel Gibson. I mean, really, look at these photos back to back. They do look awfully similar. Tom Hardy's Max is actually a man of very few words in this film, which only makes his casting even more perfect. I once talked about Hardy's performance as Bane, and the reason why I loved his performance so damn much is because Tom Hardy can show more emotion with just his eyes than most actors can do with their entire bodies. And he does the same thing here, and it completely works with how the character is written in this film. I will say this though, I was not expecting Charlize Theron's character, Furiosa, to steal the show, but damn. God damn. Every step of the way, you are behind her cause, rooting for her, and wanting her to succeed, not just in her mission, but also in finding where she belongs. This was a wonderful character that I can't imagine any other actress bringing to life so well. Now, with the women in this film that Furiosa is attempting to liberate, you think they would be useless cannon fodder because, let's face it, in any lesser movie with any lesser director, they more than likely would have been. Thankfully, that is not the case here, as these women do help Furiosa and Max on several occasions in the film. And I mean, actually fucking help! Not just standing to the side and saying, "Go get him, Tiger," or "Here, catch." I mean, they are actual characters with real development and real personalities that actually do shit. What a fucking concept! For everyone who gave Rosie Huntington-Whiteley shit in Transformers 3, which I personally didn't because I found her to be the only worthwhile female character in that entire goddamn franchise, but she is fantastic here. The character has a tie to the villain that I won't spoil, but she's given a fair amount of emotional weight, and Rosie delivers it very well. Lastly, Nicholas Hoult. My god, it took me fucking forever to figure out who the hell this guy was in the movie. I didn't even recognize him until about 30 minutes in, that it was Nicholas Hoult, because he looks and sounds virtually unrecognizable. He becomes a different person in this movie. That's another great accomplishment for Fury Road. It does things that you would not expect it to do. It takes turns that you wouldn't expect. It does action sequences that you wouldn't expect. You think you've seen it all with the other Mad Max films? Those films are fucking child's play compared to this. Now, the whole movie, like 90% of it, consists of violence and car chases, which, again, in any lesser movie, with any lesser director, would have gotten boring after a while. Hell, when I heard this was going to be mostly firing and car chases in the fucking desert, I immediately got Transformers 2 flashbacks and tightened my anus. But through it all, George Miller manages to make every action sequence, every car chase, every badass character moment unique. Every single one is unique. Never once does Fury Road feel repetitive or boring or tedious. There is literally not a scene in the film that isn't enjoyable. Put it this way, there's a guy riding on the top of a truck playing an electric guitar with fire shooting out of the fucking neck of the guitar. I don't know about you people, that's a new one for me. Every single action scene is cut, shot, and choreographed with fucking precision. None are too short, none are too long. They never wear out their welcome like some other shitty action movies I know. No! You hear me? You go to hell! You go to hell and you die! Finally, the score for the film. Oh my god. Whenever this score would play, I got a jolt. The music aids every single action scene in just being a pure adrenaline rush, and it is glorious. Overall, Mad Max Fury Road was what I needed to get the underwhelming taste of Age of Ultron out of my mouth. This has everything you could ever want in an action film and more, and revitalizes and redefines the action film genre in the vein of Terminator 2, The Matrix, and even, yes, The Road Warrior before it. Guys, this is not just the best action film of the year. This is one of the best action films ever made. Possibly the best. I don't know. I definitely gotta think on that one. Okay, I'll get back to you, but goddamn. You have never seen anything like Fury Road. A wonderful cast, thought-provoking ideas, superb character development, and some of the most adrenaline-pumping action sequences you will ever see in your life. Mad Max Fury Road doesn't just receive, but earns a well-deserved A+. I implore you to go see this movie as soon as you can. So what is your favorite action movie? Please let me know in the comment section below, and thank you all for watching, and if you want to see more, please click the subscribe button to see more.